my neck, my back, my nipple covers, and my nose crack. Hello friends, it's Kirbie. So today on Kirbie Tries, I am trying out silicone beauty blenders. So you guys have seen these all over Instagram, all over YouTube, all over Facebook. People are going mad because we all love our beloved beauty blenders. It's become a very important staple in my beauty routine. I pounce, it's a part of me now. However, these silicone beauty blenders claim to be better because it doesn't absorb all of the product. So we have the Molly Cosmetics Silisponge. This is the OG, this is the first one. This is the one that started all of the ruckus, all of the commotion. Let's open up this baby. Ta-da! I mean, honestly, you could put this on the bottom of your heels, it looks like, or boop, it's silicone, you can see. And the benefit of having a silicone blender is that you're not absorbing all of your foundation into a sponge. You're using less product and you're getting more coverage. That's the claim that's being made here. We're gonna try the beautiful Silisponge by Molly Cosmetics. And we're gonna test it. We're gonna test it. This is like a test lab. So we're gonna try it against gel inserts for your feet. Dr. Scholl knows what's up. So if you have pain, go ahead and use these guys. It'll help you. Also some nipple covers because why not? They're also made of silicone. And we're also trying out the Evie Blender. So I wanna give a shout out to Angie. Angie, we reached out to her because we were like, listen, we wanna try out your Evie Blender, the silicone beauty blender, just to see, you know, how it works. And she overnighted this to us and it's handmade. So thank you, Boo, so much for sending it. And I can't wait to try it out. But it's really cool. It has a little indentation for your thumb or your finger or whatever. I can't wait to see how it works. So let's get right into it. So I have my bag of tricks over here. What color? Okay, I haven't used this Wet n Wild foundation yet. Photo Focus. It's like $6. Let's just see. I might like this. Shade-wise, at least. You're supposed to use less than what you usually use in terms of the makeup, so you don't need a ton. I usually use about this much, so I'll just take a little bit, pat it on. Moment of truth. Let's see how this, I honestly have no idea how this is gonna turn out, so. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, honestly, like, this sucks. This sucks. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I don't wanna be mean, and I think it's a really cool, innovative idea, but this doesn't naturally mold to, like, the crevices of your face. Like your nose, like the crevice of my nose, that's where I get the reddest. That's where I need a lot of coverage. I feel like my nose in general, putting this thing on it, this is not blending anything. This is literally just applying product and not blending it out as well as I would like it to blend. I mean, I really wanted to love it. I just don't. I feel like I look super splotchy. And I used more product than I normally would. So final thoughts on the Silisponge. I love the idea of using less product, the innovation behind it, the silicone. But I just think if you're trying to say that this is better than your beauty blender, it doesn't pass the test. Now, I'm gonna try the Evie Blender. The Evie Blender is also made of silicone. It looks like a beauty blender. It should be able to let you use less product. The way that it's shaped, I think I might like it a little bit better. So let's give it a go. I just don't like the way that the silicone is leaving my skin. I just feel like I don't look fresh. As I keep working with this, I'm starting to like it a lot more. I'm still like kind of iffy on the finish, but I'm not mad at it. I'm just finding that it's a little bit hard to blend out product when you're using silicone. With that said, the upside is that it's gonna give you great coverage. Giving this one a chance, I actually really do like the way it looks. Final thoughts on the Evie Blender. Took me a hot minute. However, I will say, like, if you just love the look of a sponge and the feel of a sponge, I don't know if silicone beauty blenders are gonna be your favorite thing. However, if you need coverage, if you have acne, if you have dark spots, if you have melasma, this silicone is gonna be your best friend because you're gonna be able to just apply, super quick, and then cover up and not have to worry about going back. I don't feel like I would just use this solo. I would want to go back with my beauty, like right now, I want to go through and like pounce this. And now we're gonna try out two very easy to attain products. One being Dr. Scholl's gel inserts for your feet. So I buy these when I go to Disneyland because they feel amazing. So they have this like little padding right here, and then it's smooth on this side. So I was like, you know what? They're made of silicone too. Let's try it out. I bet you could make your own like Silisponge by like molding these, like heating them up and molding them together. Born this way. One pump, and I'm about to blend. It's gonna give the same results. It's silicone, so it's gonna look exactly the same. It's just gonna depend on like whether or not you can get like those two blenders that I first promoted, and B, if you're gonna like the way that this works. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm liking this because you can mold it however you want. You can mold it however you want. I'm able to get all up in this nose crevice where I am red. Cover that up. Boom. I'm like so captivated by this thing. Basically, you get up for Disneyland, you do your makeup with your Dr. Scholl's gel inserts, and then you wash them and put them in your shoes. I mean, this is versatile. This is what I like to call multifaceted beauty. Save your feet and save your face. I don't know what it is about this, but I also feel like it's way easier to like blend out the product. Like I'm obviously kind of like wiping it down the face, but I feel like I'm able to do that a lot better with this thing because it's flatter. Oh man, guys, before long you're gonna see stock in Dr. Scholl's going up because people are gonna freaking love this thing. Final thoughts on Dr. Scholl's gel inserts for your face. This is versatile. It's flat, it's very thin, and you can really mold it and maneuver it to whatever you're doing on your face, whether it's just blending it out, pulling it down, rubbing it in, whatever, getting the crevices, getting under your eyes, really making sure you get that coverage. For me, it's my melasma and my pimples. I feel like with the silicone in general, it makes my pores stand out. That's like the one thing I'll say for every single one of these products. I feel like my pores around this area are really prominent right now, and that's not usually how they look when I apply foundation with my blender. And I don't think that this is an airbrushed finish. That's what I can say for all of these. Like, the finish is not airbrushed, but I gotta say, this little guy might do the trick. All right, guys, this is the grand finale. This is the grand finale. We're gonna be using Nippy's skin for your nips. By the way, have you guys ever worn nipple covers? Because let me just tell you, it is traumatizing. If you forget that you're wearing them and you take your clothes off, you're like, ah, where are my nipples? Oh my God, these are some nice nippies. I was not expecting them to be this large. These are large nipple covers. No disrespect. I'm an equal opportunity nipple lover. Like, if you have giant nips, great. But this literally could be like a breast cover for me. I was born this way. One pump, just like the rest. Okay, I'm thinking, so there's a very smooth side and then there's like more of a textured side. I'm gonna go with the very smooth side. I'm gonna fold it like a little taco and begin. Okay, I like this too. Am I crazy? Guys, I think I am. I really like this. I think honestly it has to do with the fact that these are very thin. They're easy to maneuver across your face. I feel like it really does, like the Beauty Blender, blend the product into the skin. It's not just putting it on, it's really helping. Like, I feel like you can really work with your fingers to work it into the skin and blend it out. And I do feel like this is a lot more sheer. It doesn't look as cakey, in my opinion. I'm gonna be walking around with nipple covers in my bag. My neck, my back, my nipple covers, and my nose crack. I am digging this, and I actually like how my pores are looking with this baby, because I feel like it's just not accentuating every little pore on my face. It's really blending. Okay, for me, I think the key here is having a tool super easy to maneuver around those delicate areas under your eyes, around your nose, in those hard to reach places, that still covers up your blemishes and gives that full coverage, but is also so thin that you can do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about being restricted by how big or thick a product is. And I think we have to see if it passes the cleanliness test, which I am not concerned, because literally we're just gonna wipe it. I really like the finish of this, and I'm gonna say that the nipple covers were my favorite, hands down. Nipple covers for everyone. I'm gonna be, okay, if you're a friend of mine, you're not getting a silicone beauty blender, you're getting nipple covers. That's what you're getting from me. I'm gonna start carrying these around. These are like super chic nipple covers too. I mean, they're huge and they come in a really beautiful box. So way to go, Nippy Skin. Who knew that you would be producing a product that not only covers women's nipples or men's nipples, but also is a beautiful makeup applicator. Who knew? At the end of the day, if you are looking for a product that's gonna give you super full coverage, silicone beauty blenders are gonna be your best friend. If I'm gonna give a recommendation though, I would say if you wanna start off, start with the Evie Blender, because it'll be an easier transition from your beauty blender because it's shaped very similarly. Just remember that you can't wet this, so you are gonna have to learn, you know, the ins and outs of using a silicone beauty blender. You're gonna have to learn how to really work it and spread it out. But at the end of the day, I will say that I did want to keep going back to my blender, my beauty blender. I wanted to like shear out the foundation on my face and make it look more airbrushed. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna start, you know what? I promise you, the next video that I do, I'm gonna use these nipple covers to put on my foundation. I really like them. I think they were great. So if you're looking for a silicone option and you don't want to, you know, order online, run to Target, pick up a nipple cover or a gel insert from Dr. Scholl's, and you'll be good to go. All right, guys, so have you bought the Silisponge? What do you think? What were your tips for getting that flawless coverage? And did you order the Evie Blender? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if any tips or tricks of the trade that you've learned when it comes to silicone beauty blenders. I only think that the silicone frenzy, the silicone trend is gonna keep getting bigger. People are gonna keep making and improving products. I'm gonna link to all of these products in the caption below so you can go purchase them if you want the Silisponge, the Evie Blender, and then some nipple covers and Dr. Scholl's. And you can always find me on Instagram and Twitter at Kirbie Johnson, on Snapchat at Kirbie.Johnson, and then on Facebook at Kirbie Johnson TV. We'll see you next time.